The city of Madison, Mississippi is consistently one of the most popular places that we get asked about here in the Jackson Metro. In this video, we're going to look at the map and I'm going to show you where everything is so you'll know your way all around Madison, Mississippi. What's up, everybody? My name is Jared Laster. I'm a realtor with Keller Williams right here in the Jackson, Mississippi metro area. And if you're new to the channel and you want to know all about moving to and living in Jackson, well, you need to get down there, subscribe, and click the bell so you'll get notified when we make these videos, because we're going to be showing you all around and give you all the info about the whole Jackson metro area. Now, if you're somebody who's thinking about actually moving here soon in the near future, or moving within the area in the near future, you might want to take that just one step further. Go ahead and reach out to us. Give us a call, text, email, or even
break out your megaphone.
Y'all know it really don't matter how you get in touch with us, as long as you do, because we've got your back moving to and within the Jackson metro area. Now, regardless of if you are planning to move here, you live here, or you just like seeing information about the Jackson metro area, get down there and hit that like button for us. It really helps out the channel and we greatly appreciate it. It helps us get this information out to more and more people, the people maybe like you that really need it. Now, in this video, we're going to be looking at the city of Madison, Mississippi. We've done this with a couple other suburbs in the area. Just looking at the map, we're going to show you kind of where everything is, a general overview, so that when you get here to the area and you're in Madison and going around and looking at things, you'll kind of have an idea of where things are and where you are within the city. So let's go ahead and jump on the computer. I'm going to pull up the map and let's take a tour through Madison. All right, everybody, here we are again with Google Maps pulled up. We've got Jackson and the Jackson metro area right here in the center. We're centered on the I-55 corridor going north and south, and I-20 going east and west. Right here we are. Vicksburg is over to the west, Meridian over to the east, Memphis is on up to the north, and that'll take you on down towards New Orleans on I-55 going south. But we're talking about Madison today, and so let's zoom in a little bit here to the metro. You can see the city of Jackson there right in the center. Ridgeland, we know, is going to be up there to the north. We've done videos about that before, and if you haven't seen it, there it is. It's up there at the top of the screen now. Click on that, take a look at that. But if you have already seen that, or if you really don't care about Ridgeland, you just want to see Madison, Madison is what we're talking about today. It is on the north side of the metro area. Now, we do have a city up a little farther, Canton, and we'll talk about that briefly here in just a second. But for the part that's here, kind of, I guess, the contiguous metro area that's all kind of here right together, Madison is the north side of that. So let's punch in Madison here so that you can see the actual shape of the boundary of city of Madison here. And so you can see it's kind of small on the west side and then grows up to the bigger area over here on the east side as you get closer to the reservoir. You can see I-55 running right through there, as well as Highway 51. And those corridors are where a lot of the things are in the city, obviously, as far as businesses, shopping, restaurants, things like that. But before we get into too much about what's inside the city limits, I do want to talk a little bit about what's around the city of Madison, just because it's pretty important as it relates to living in the city. Or even if you live in Madison, you may have a Madison address, but really you may not actually live here in the city limits of Madison, the city. You may live in Madison County. And so let's take a look at that really quick first. Okay, I want to start here just kind of coming around. Again, Ridgeland on the south side. Over here you've got some different things, little neighborhoods, but you're mainly getting out into the country there. You know, the more you go, you've got Flora up there to the northwest of the city. But here a little closer, going out on 463 or Mansdale Road, you've got Annandale, Reunion's over that way, and then you've also got Lake Caroline up here as well. Now those are some bigger, newer communities for the most part. Some of them, I mean, they've been there for a little while, but they've also newer communities up there too, newer parts of Lake Caroline. Pointing out those that I want to show you that Annandale, Reunion, and Lake Caroline all have golf courses. So if that's something that you're into, you've got several options in Madison County, just outside the city of Madison. Those are also great communities to live in. Reunion in particular has a lot. They've also got an equestrian center and some other things, trails. It's just, I mean, it's a big kind of just a whole, its whole own community and development there. So that's up there, kind of more in the Gluckstadt area. But again, Gluckstadt's not really an incorporated city. It's more of a unincorporated community, but they are working on possibly getting that incorporated at some point in the future. I know there's several proponents for it, and there's also people against it. I think it's probably going to happen at some point, but as of now, It's the unincorporated area of Gluckstadt, and living there, you will probably have a Madison address or a Canton address. Canton being the city, which is an incorporated city up there, to the far north side of the metro. Now, between Gluckstadt and Canton is where you have the Nissan plant. So if you're living in Madison, that may be important to you. You may be working at the Nissan plant. There's also the Madison County mega site, which right here, where Nissan Parkway hits Highway 22, it's a new development here that they're working on. It's actually where the new Amazon fulfillment center is going to be right here. They're putting in that center, bringing a lot of jobs to Madison and Madison County. So that may be something, again, if you're looking to move to the area and looking for a job, that's something to definitely check into. That's a big new one that's coming there in Madison County. Working our way on around, a lot of this area again, and all of this area is in the Madison County School District, but you do have the Germantown School District, which is in the Gluckstadt area, but it's also all this area here that's not in the city of Madison that you see along the reservoir. Most of this area here, Union, Annandale, that's all Gluckstadt and the Germantown School District there. That's something to keep in mind there. The school zones are different. Even though you're in the same district, you've got Germantown High School versus Madison Central High School here in the city limits of Madison. All right, so that covers the surrounding area well enough for this video. Let's dive into the actual city itself. And again, we're looking at this. We're going to go from west to east here. You see you've got the smaller side on the west side, west of I-55, with most of the city being east of I-55. Looking over here, though, you've got Highland Colony Parkway, which is the same road that runs down into Ridgeland where the Renaissance is. So a lot of shopping and things down there. Not necessarily in Madison, but it's right next door. It's right there. A lot of restaurant shopping down that way. Didn't mean to click on that. As we get up here into the Madison area, you see we got some neighborhoods there, Lake Castle, Cypress Lake. Lake Castle a little bit older, but both of those neighborhoods run in around the $350 price range on average. And nice homes, great little homes there. You can get waterfront homes. The ones on the water probably cost just a little bit more than that. But just a couple of great little communities there in fantastic locations because you're close to all the Ridgeland shopping, you're close to all the Madison shopping and things to do. So good place to be there. You're also right next door to the Madison Central High School, which is right there on Highland Colony Parkway. And if you follow that on around to the north, you run into Mansdale Road or 463, where you've got several different, you've got some office buildings here, some doctor's offices and things like that, as well as some restaurants. New location of Georgia Blue right there, which is a great little local chain restaurant and one that I would highly recommend, as well as Primo's. Primo's is another one, really good, especially for breakfast. I like Primo's for breakfast. And then up here you've got a little shopping area where Home Depot, Kroger are kind of anchoring those, as well as several restaurants. You've also got, if I zoom into the corner here, you can see you've got Nagoya. Osaka's in Florida. Nagoya, and Osaka's probably my favorite in the area, and Nagoya may be my second favorite, and that's the one that's in Madison. But you've also got Sal and Mookie's, which is a Fondren favorite restaurant, pizza and ice cream. They just recently opened that location there in Madison. And then another Fondren favorite is Campbell's Bakery, and they're up there too. So you can get those without having to drive down into Jackson, into Fondren, right there in Madison. So that is nice if you're living up that way. But right here, Highland Colony, as it passes that road, it turns into Bozeman Road and goes on up to Gluckstadt. And that covers the western side of the city on the west side of I-55. Get over here on the east side, just on the other side of the interstate, you've got Grandview Boulevard, which is where a lot of the kind of bigger national names you may recognize, Best Buy, Dick's Sporting Goods, Walmart, they're all there. You also got a Sam's Club there, the big Muskelly Furniture Store, tons of restaurants, sitting down restaurants, fast food restaurants. There's a newer Raising Cane's that I went to the grand opening a year or two ago. If you go to the grand opening at Raising Cane's, if you're in the first 100, you can get a free chicken for, I think it's a year if you win. They picked 10 out of the first 100. I did not win. Didn't get free chicken for a year at Raising Cane's there, but I was there at the grand opening. Really nice. The thing you'll notice if you haven't seen our other videos about Madison, and I don't know if there's a picture of this here, if you can see, because if you know what Raising Cane's looks like, you see what the inside of the restaurant here. I was hoping there's an exterior. There you go. where do you see a Raising Cane's or any fast food restaurant look like that? That's not what they normally look like. That's just because it's in Madison. But continuing on around here, you got a lot of things there. The Malco Grandview Theater is a great movie theater. It's a little more on the pricey side for here. Probably not too pricey compared to other parts of the country. But for here, it's a little bit on the higher price side, but it is a very nice movie theater. It's probably the best, or not one of the best in the area. So if you're looking for a great place to check out a movie, that's definitely one to check out. You've also got the Liberty Park right here, which is a big, huge park. And they've also got a little playground there. And I say little, it's a big playground. And they've got a lot of stuff there for really all kids, even kids with disabilities and things like that. They can have a good time there too. It's all built in for them there, so that's nice, as well as several ball fields and other things there. Just a great big park right there in the middle of Madison. And that area is also where you've got some schools and some other little neighborhoods. And we're kind of working into kind of the older part of Madison now as we work our way to the east. So you can find some homes a little cheaper here. Still really nice homes. I mean, Madison is a nice city, so even down, $150,000 or so in this kind of central area here, you can find some homes. There you're still in a great location as we're working across Highway 51. Now, Highway 51 is where you're going to find a lot more of your local businesses, restaurants, things like that. You can see Mama Hamil's down here, which is all you can eat. Fantastic, great southern cooking there. If that's what you're looking for, definitely check out Mama Hamil's. I don't know, again, if there's a picture of the inside here so you can see what they've got. But let's see. So you can see here. Yeah, they've got some things outside. But you go through, you get your plate, you see what you got there, and it's a great place. Definitely check that out if that's what you're looking for. But a lot of things along Highway 51 there. Not so much, again, the big national names, but a lot of local places there. And again, another Kroger. There was a Kroger across across I-55. Another Kroger here. There's another Kroger down in Ridgeland, not very far from that one. We've got a lot of Krogers around here. No shortage of Krogers whatsoever. But you've got that, they're coming across Highway 51 into this kind of more central area. You've got those older, more established neighborhoods. You've also got some really nice neighborhoods in here with nice big homes, like Calumet right here, where you've got some big homes on big lots. Now, that is right next to the airport, and the airport is a nice thing to have there in Madison, because you can actually go there and learn to fly with Madison Flyers there. You can go take flying lessons and go fly around the area. It's a lot of fun. I've done it. Have not finished my pilot license. It's on my list of things to do. But right there next to that, you've also got the Madison Regional Academy, or MRA, as it would typically be called. And then you've got some other neighborhoods on around here, varying price points, varying ages. Ring a Wrights Mill. Those are really nice homes in there. None of these really on the water. You can see we're getting close to the reservoir, but you're really not on the water there. And I will tell you about that. Before I move on, I just want to say we hear a lot of complaints from people in Madison that live around the airport about the little planes buzzing around there. And it doesn't bother me because I love aviation. But if you don't like aviation, if you don't want to hear a plane buzz by or see one fly over every now and then, definitely don't live off the ends of the runway. But maybe avoid this area around the airport, just because people do complain about that. And if it's something that you don't want to be around, you definitely should know before you buy in this area. So be aware of that. Once you get out away from that a little bit, it's not so much of a problem. And if you're like me, I like seeing the planes go by, so no problem for me. Now, if you do want to live on the reservoir, you've got a little area here you can live on. Not a big neighborhood area, but there's some houses there you can live kind of on the water or close to the water. And then you've got North Bay, which is one of the bigger neighborhoods in this area, which actually does have some waterfront homes, as well as a little marina there where you can have a boat. You can be connected to the reservoir, so you can live in there, have your boat there, and come through here under the Natchez Trace and get out to the reservoir. And then we're pretty much made it now to the end of the east side of the city. There's some newer developments up here like Ironwood Plantation, which has some great, really, really nice homes in that neighborhood, and newer there in the last few years. And that's it. That's it for the city of Madison. You do also have Lost Rabbit over here, which was a development that started around 2008 and kind of just fizzled out when everything in 2008 happened with the real estate market, but here in the last few years has kind of come back to life. They started building new constructions there. Really pretty area, right outside the city, so you're not in the city limits of Madison, but you are right there on the reservoir, so it's really just a beautiful place to check out. If you've got a budget for $400,000 or $500,000 and you want to be on the reservoir, definitely look into that area. And that's it. You can find some other things out here, those not in the city of Madison, so I'm not really going to talk about too much in this video, but I will say this neighborhood right here, you can also live on the water for right around $200,000 to maybe $200,000 to $250,000. If you don't want to live on the water, some in there for under $200,000. So nice little catch there. If you can catch a deal, it's hard to find homes in that price point with the real estate market the way it is, but if you do, that's a good little place to be. And that is in the Gluckstadt school district there, because it's there in Gluckstadt. Is both Gluckstadt and Madison Central great schools. So either way, you don't have a problem. All right, y'all, hopefully you've got just a little bit better idea and understanding of where Madison is and where things are in Madison than you did at the beginning of this video. And if you do, make sure you get down there, hit that like button. It really helps us out. Again, we greatly appreciate it. If you want to see more content about Madison and the rest of the Jackson metro area, remember to hit that subscribe button and click the bell so that you'll see the videos when they come out. And if you're somebody who is really thinking about moving here to the area or within the area, don't forget, you really got to take this one step further. Reach out to us. People do it all the time. We love it. We can't wait to help you out. So give us a call, text, email, or even
bring out your megaphone.
Y'all know it. Don't matter how you get in touch with us, as long as you do, because we got your back moving here to the Jackson Metro. Thank y'all for watching this one.